Another day, another red carpet. I think I'll just scroll reels before bed. Maybe tomorrow I'll win some games. What's this? The big league's calling me. I need to hop on again. Good morning, good evening, everyone. Today I'm going to tell you about how we can get out of Elo Hell in Bronze and get all the way up until Ascendant. Now, I can only speak on Ascendant because that is my peak. I know, you smurf my peak. However, only 2% of players are in Ascendant, and I will ride this out. Also, I bench 225 pounds. So, my opinion is only factual. So the three topics we're going to cover here are conscious peaking, stimulant use, and economy gun abuse. Now these three things will get you out of your gold hell without having to spend hours and hours on aim labs, but generally you will have to play a lot of games. Anyway, into the first thing we have here. Conscious peaking is quite simply thinking before we peak. This means not blindly swinging corners as if we have a negative reaction time. Conscious peeking is to take time when clearing an angle and be ready for a gunfight at every opportunity. Here we can reference Curry in one of his Radiant lobbies.
Stop it.
1, 2, 2. One close to you, Vito.
Here we can see Curry line up his crosshair before swinging the angle, so he's already on the Sova's head.
Could give up. Library 1.
Watcher, expired.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, what is happening?
Bang! Let's go. Someone grab a model.
So what we can learn from this is that we need to take time peeking, set up our crosshair and then swing. Set up our crosshair and then swing. If we counter strafe this perfectly, we should be able to swing, shoot, and duck in before the player even sees us and gets a chance to react. This is a good way we can practice consciously swinging and be able to effectively be a teammate for our team. To secure Curry's 3k, he swaps a player in library, and instead of running and making sound, he uses excellent crosshair placement to be already or nearabouts on the chamber's head before this chamber even gets to react. Secondly on this list, I have stimulants. My personal experience with these is that I train 4 times a week at the gym. On each one of these days, I have pre-workout and it has a very notable difference on my game sense. I hit cleaner shots, so I can communicate game plans better. Not only this, I find that with my warm-ups, they flow a lot better. Now, there have been a lot of studies on caffeine and showing their impact on performance that all positively affect performance. However, these can have effects on anxiety and jitteriness if that is something you suffer with. So, I'm not a doctor, but personally, if I have caffeine in that, I play a lot better. So, take it at your own risk. It's not a drug. Well, it would be classed as a Class A drug, I'm pretty sure, if it was legal, but I'm no drug lord. Here are the results for the games where I didn't have caffeine and was tired from work. As you can see, I've got demoted. Now, if we go into a day where I trained and I had caffeine, you can see I played a lot better. This could be a placebo, however, this is what worked for me. Now, this is a sight you see when you hit Ascendant. Everything is crystal clear like this. And then my final tip to help you hit Ascendant and escape your gold lobbies is to abuse eco weapons. These eco weapons are so powerful. If you are down on eco, and a lot of people advise this, and I think this is really good advice, if you are struggling to hit your shots normally, you should swap to an eco weapon and take stupid gunfights and abuse the eco weapons. The Stinger, you can run a gun. The Judge, you can one-shot people in close range. Take a different perspective and really try and think outside the box. So there we have it, guys. Those are my 3 tips for helping you escape that Elo hell of gold. I do apologise for the lack of personal clips in ranked games. I had to get pretty much a new computer and I've lost all the clips from my games where I was climbing. There were some pretty good ones in there I wanted to reference, but I forgot to back them up and now they're all gone. But doesn't mean you guys won't hit your own clips. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.